Hello, superstars. So, we're deeply conditioned to get up and try to control our day, right? Because we have a belief we are responsible for our day, which all stems from arrogance and ignorance that we're a separate self, right? We have this seated belief that I'm separate and I'm going to go on a journey to gain and accomplish wholeness. But you are wholeness. Right now, with your seemingly imperfections, wholeness can't step outside of itself. That makes no sense. It can only do that through dream, through thought, through imagination that's believed in. That's why they call it a dream. But you're whole right now. So this whole sensation and experience of traveling and going somewhere, you're just in the same spot. It's like being on a treadmill. Right? It's like being on, I'm going. I'm so going, man. I'm so going, and you're not going anywhere. It's just the experience of going somewhere because what you're looking for is you. What you are looking for is you. And you are right here. But we were conditioned, no, what you want's outside of you. What you want is at the end of a goal, end of an intention, end of a vision board, whatever it is. And that's baloney. It's total bullshit because what you really long for is this breath, is this moment, is what it is. What is? What's happening? That's what we yearn for. We want to be so in this moment, but the energy and the inertia of the mind, which is just conditioning, it's just energy, it's just momentum, pulls us out like a reflex into the world again. Into identifying with the body, into identifying with memories and societal norms. And then we enter hell, the paradigm of hell. I'm not good enough yet. I'm not worthy enough yet. I'm a sinner. I'm never going to be there. I'm not enlightened. These are all thought forms, which you observe. But if we're sleepy, we will identify with that thought form and believe it. We will surrender to that thought and believe it. It will release chemicals into our body vehicle, and we will viscerally feel the experience of unworthiness, of not being enlightened, of not being loved by all that is, because you are all that is. Of course you love, but not human love. This love I speak of and speak from is unconditional. It's freedom. There is no rules. It's open-handed. It just is. And you are that. Lots of energy moving through my body. Life force. And we all have this. We all have life force. We are all life force. And life force moves through us, each of us, differently. Yeah? Because sometimes our conditioning of the mind will go, okay, well, this being's enlightened. I don't act that way. I don't look that way. You know, if we're reading books, if we're watching videos, and we go into comparison. Comparison is automatically rooted in separation and lack. So please don't look to me. Don't look to another for your gauge and where you are, because where you are is now, is heaven, is what is. And so even after recognizing that the destination is just baloney, there is no destination, there is no goal, there is just what is, there's still an experience of being a human. Anger may arise, fear, insecurity. You stub your toe, ouch, that hurt. Pain in the body. Okay, but it's just what's happening. It's not because your vibration's low. It's not because you didn't do your mantras yesterday or you didn't meditate. That's all superstition. That's all unconscious mind. It's just what's happening. It's so simple. It's so obvious. But the mind is so conditioned to label cause and effect. My fault, your fault, their fault. It's just what is. It's just what is. It's just what's happening. There's no reason or no rhyme until the mind comes in and assigns time. It's all spontaneous. All of it's spontaneous. I don't ever know what I'm going to say to you. It just comes through. But if we're always precogging our life, if we're always strategizing our life, there's no freedom in that. It's pseudo-freedom. pseudo-freedom. So many paths are going to give you processes and modalities. But awakening is not the end product of a process. It's the end of all processes. But we have to clearly see the foolishness and the nonsense of chasing our own tail. We have to clearly see this. We can't just watch a video. We can't just read a book. We have to clearly see we're chasing our own tail. You're not missing anything. That's just a thought. What's missing out of wholeness? There would have to be a separate someone to miss something. Really feel into this. You can't step out of the whole. That's only dreamed, okay? So we're not going to figure this out, why this is happening through our minds. The finite mind cannot understand infinity. It's the human, it's the person that wants to figure this all out and put it in a box. See, look, I got it figured out. I got the mystery. Oh, what a bore. What a prison cell. What a prison cell to try to figure this out. Who are you to try to figure it out? Sucks all the fun out of it when we try to figure it out. That's just fear. We're in the Garden of Eden, acting like it's a schoolroom, being graded and judged. There is no judgment, other than a thought, of which you are not. The reason this seems so dense is because you believe you are dense. You believe you're just a body. But this is emptiness appearing as somethingness. This is emptiness appearing as everything. And it seems like a paradox, but it's not. Only when we use words is it a paradox, is it duality. And this can't be proven. This can't be proven. It's only intuitively recognized. You are nothing appearing as something. And through the recognition of the nothingness, that's freedom. There's no more planning, there's no more gripping, there's no more attachment. It's just this free flow of energy, and the life force just moves through you how it wants to move through you, spontaneously. There's no you going, ooh, was that right? Decision. Did I say the right thing? Did I wear the right thing? Did I do the right thing? There's none of that. Because that would mean there is a separate you making decisions outside of the whole of unity. It's just a dream. And so recognizing that you are formlessness, that you're actually nothingness appearing as somethingness, you still again have the experience of human and physical laws and gravity and form. You're not attached. You're not in the game anymore, if you will. Because you're no longer identified with the game, with the avatar. The mind's gonna say, you'd rather be somewhere else. You'd rather be someone else. But life only wants to be you where you are. Can you accept that? And you don't even have to accept it. It's just what is. But this pathless path is much more beautiful when you accept and you recognize that form is a manifestation of everything. Form is a manifestation of nothingness. Nothingness is somethingness. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. It's all the same thing. This is it. But the mind and other people's belief systems and their modalities and their conditioning will say, no, here is the process. Here's my PowerPoint, and here is how we get to enlightenment. This is how we ascend. This is how we do it. It's not school. This isn't school. Those are all stories. Those are all stories. For your person to go on a journey. But what's here right now? What's looking through your eyes? Don't use your mind. You don't need your mind to exist. That's the most beautiful recognition. You don't need your mind to exist. You don't need your memories to exist. You don't even need a belief to exist. You see? Eventually we come to see that beliefs are very limiting. They're just for play. They're just for play. But they are a prison cell. Because beliefs put you in a paradigm of experience. But who you are is actually outside of experience altogether. It allows experience. So beliefs are like Play-Doh. We play with them. We make stuff, but they can be squashed at the end of the day. Because they're transient. They're not real. They're real and they're not real. For the experience, they're real, for sure. But beliefs are powerful. Our attention is powerful. Plugs you into an experience. What's my advice? Go beyond belief altogether. Go beyond mind altogether. Go beyond thought altogether and have no world. Because world is personal. We live on the same planet, lots of different worlds based on conditioning, based on perception. So you dwell now in the kingdom of God. You dwell now as God. You dwell now as love. You dwell now as perfection. You dwell now as wholeness. But not as a person, as pure presence. And presence isn't a vegetable. Nothingness is not a vegetable. It's fullness. It's life. It's a life force. It's power. It's where I speak from, if you will. Nothing vegetable about this, right? Nothing handicapped. But for some, yeah, maybe the life force, maybe presence flows through in a more molasses flow way. Very slow. Not as dynamic, maybe. Not better or worse. Not good or bad. All equal, all neutral, impersonal. Person is an experience that we do wake up from. If we want to call it waking up. Because presence isn't really asleep. No one is really asleep. It just appears that way. And then it appears as someone wakes up. But I do know one thing, that the personal self clings to and harbors is that they believe enlightenment, ascension, awakening is some moment. Right? Like something super duper special. Right? Because the individual me has to feel special. It has to be something super big, but really it's just a homecoming. There's just no more seeking. It's just the end of seeking. Complete end of seeking. Right? So stairs aren't going to come down from the heavens and rainbows and angels with trumpets. You know, maybe that happens, but it's just the end of seeking. Because what you're looking for is this, right here. This moment. We think, underline that think, that's the issue. We think it's something other than here. We think it's something else. We think it's at the end of a process. I'm going to keep working on myself, and then I'll be better, and then I'll be enlightened, and then I'm going to be amazing and accepted. That's the dream. It's the acceptance of all. It's the understanding that all is a manifestation of perfection, of wholeness, even the darkness, even you stubbing your toe. Even your triggers, perfection arising. Oh, it's beautiful. But not if you're living in right, wrong, good, bad, yes, no. That's what you wake up out of, is good and bad, right and wrong. Those are all paradigms of experience based on someone's belief systems. You're beyond belief altogether. You are radical freedom. And you can't be caught, and you can't be tamed, and you can't be boxed, and you can't be defined. So don't try. Don't try. Unless you enjoy that. But just feel into this. This is it. Seeking is painful. Being a me is painful. Feeling that you're broken is painful. It's a very, very, very heavy backpack to carry. And I invite you to place that backpack down now. To put your hand on your heart. Drop all of your focus here and know and affirm, I am home. I am home. I am home. All of this is your face. All of this. Fall in love with your reflection, and I'll see you in the heart. Namaste.